sketch the graph of y equals cotangent of 2x plus pi over 4. For our cotangent, we get our asymptotes by taking the input of the function, which in this case is the 2x plus pi over 4, just whatever's in the parentheses. We set it equal to 0, and we set it equal to pi. And then we solve for x. So for this first one, if we subtract pi over 4, we get 2x equals negative pi over 4. And then divide by 2, we get x equals negative pi over 8. And here we subtract pi over 4 and get 2x equals 3 pi over 4. And then divide by 2 and get x equals 3 pi over 8. So pi over 8 is kind of how we're counting here. I'm going to go ahead and let each box here be a pi over 8. So this will be a negative pi over 8, positive 1, 2, 3 pi over 8, just to kind of get my scale easy to work with. And that's where I'm going to have my asymptotes. Now I've got these two asymptotes, but of course the asymptotes continue. They continue. We can see every pi over 2 here. So I'm going to have another asymptote over here. And you want to make sure that you're drawing all the asymptotes that would show up on your set of axes, the way you've scaled it. Halfway between these asymptotes, we're going to have a point. So that's going to be here at pi over 8. And the y-coordinate is whatever comes after that function, if you have added or subtracted anything, on what you could think of as the midline, which of course is 0 here, so it's going to be right on the axis. And then between that point and the asymptote on the right, we're going to have another point. And this one, we actually, it kind of flips from what we do in tangent. We need to go up or down. The number in front tells us how much, and it is kind of the opposite of what you'd expect. So in front we have a positive 1 here. Oops. We've got a positive 1. So instead of going up, we're actually going to go down 1. And so come down 1. I'll let just be going by 1s here. So it's kind of backwards from what you'd expect for cotangent. And on the opposite side of that point, you do the opposite direction. So we're going to go up 1 to get a point. And then we can go ahead and combine those, connect those with a curve. And that pattern is, of course, repeated. So we can repeat that and as many times as we can on the picture that we have. And that's kind of the sketch.